Tasmai sa vidhvan upasannaya samyak prashanta chittaya shamanvitaya yenaksharam purusham veda satyam provachatam tattvato brahma vidyam tasmai sa vidhvan upasannaya samyak prashanta chittaya shamanvitaya येनाक्षरं पुरुषं वेद सत्यं प्रोवाचतां तत्त्वतो ब्रह्म विद्याम्. To him who has approached duly, referring to the previous mantra where he said the student who is prepared, qualified student mentioned in the 12th mantra, who approached him with sacrificial faggots in hand. He is referring to an ideal student whose mind is tranquil. So he is qualifying the qualities of a student here. To him who has duly approached, whose mind is tranquil, whose senses are controlled, such an enlightened soul should impart the knowledge of Brahman. In essence, by which one realizes the true imperishable being, a vidwan, an enlightened soul. Tasmai sa vidwan upasannaya samyak. Upasannaya samyak means duly approached. Who approached him. Look at the setting. So the stage is set. The stage is set to impart Brahma Vidya, the Atma Vidya. And what is the requirement? A seeker is turned dispassionate to the world. A student has turned dispassionate. The Guru is an enlightened one, Vidwan. In the previous verse, he says the qualities of a Guru are Shrotriyam Brahmanishtham. Shrotriyam is who is well rooted, means who's well versed, is learned in the scriptures. Brahmanishtham, well rooted in the wisdom, well rooted in Brahman. So such a teacher whose mind is well pacified, whose senses are under control. So what is the qualifications is giving? At the physical level, you must keep your senses under control. The moment you let your senses run berserk, your senses, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin, you have no control over your senses, you're unfit for Atma Vidya. So at the physical level, you must keep your senses under control. Whose mind is well pacified. Means his mind is very calm. Your mind is calm as a result of being introverted. I'm just mentioning the cause and effect. So the more you are extroverted, your mind can never be calm. This is the thumb rule. So when your mind is running extroverted, means as your mind runs into the world, as your mind is interested more in the affairs of the world, as it chases its incessant desires, there is bound to be disappointments, bound to be unhappiness, there's bound to be discontentment. The result of that, your mind is never peaceful. Your mind is never at rest. So it is not, in fact, spirituality is meant for an introverted seeker, not for an extroverted one who is running behind the world. So, but yet you see here, he doesn't take it for granted, because as I've said, this section talked about Karma Kanda, and the next section is talking of the Jnana Kanda. So throughout the scriptures, right up to the Upanishads, right up to the Vedas, you see, they always keep quality control. If you are not qualified, you are not fit for higher knowledge of higher spiritual practices. This is not taught today. Sadly, it's not taught today. So who is it who is deciding who is qualified? The admission is not based by the university or the teacher. The admission here is based by the student itself. The moment you are qualified, the moment you are introverted, a teacher full of wisdom will come to you. Shrotriyam, Brahmanishtham, Vidwan. An enlightened soul should impart the knowledge of Brahman. So what is required is you must calm your mind. What is required is you must control your senses. The moment you've done that, the teacher will come to you. You don't have to say, I have not found a teacher. You have not found a teacher because you are not qualified. The moment you are qualified, the teacher or the knowledge will come to you. So a teacher full of wisdom, all a teacher needs is a student who is well equipped, well prepared. So as I always said, it is the student that draws the teacher towards him. It's not the teacher drawing the student to him. Many people think it's the teacher is attracting the student. It's not the teacher attracting the student attracts the teacher. That's what he says. It may be a formal thing that a student would approach a teacher, but in reality, it's not the student approaching the teacher, it's the teacher that approaches the student. Approaches in the sense the teacher, somehow the knowledge comes to your doorstep, the knowledge invitation comes to you, the knowledge knocks at your door. And the principle that determines or justifies this logic is where there is a demand, there is supply. And this functions in every field of activity. It's not necessary, not only in spiritual field, it applies in every field of activity. If you find the technology is moving in a particular direction, is because there's demand for the technology. If fashion is moving in a particular trend, is because there's demand for that fashion. The fashion bodies are designing clothes or apparels in a particular pattern because that is the demand, that's a trend. You don't blame the manufacturers, you blame the demand. So where there is demand, there is supply. So if the student has done everything that he should command, he should demand that Brahma Vidya, a man of wisdom will come. A man of enlightenment will come, relative and absolute. So it's not necessary only that at the absolute level it works. Because every guru is not enlightened. I am certainly not enlightened. So you mean to say, are you not qualified as a student? You are qualified at a relative level. I am qualified at a relative level. No, I'm not sitting and judging you. You should not sit and judge me. That's none of our businesses. You carry on trying to qualify yourself to receive the vidya, and I should do every possible sadhana so that I'm able to impart the knowledge of Brahma. So it's always the student. It's not the question of I didn't have opportunities. There's no such thing as I didn't have opportunities. Opportunity is nothing like that. If you are ready for it, Providence will provide ways and means for it to happen. If it is not happening, means you don't deserve it, or you're not ready for it, or you never wanted it. So, oh, I was always wanting to have this knowledge, but I never had opportunity. I never had exposure. I never had this. All that, all stories. You can tell others, but not to yourself or a guru. He understands that it is not opportunities, it's not exposure, it is not education. For you, you were lucky, sir. You had an accident. It's not an accident. In my own case, when I say I went up to a satsang, not knowing that I'm seeking the wisdom, but that accident cannot be an accident. It can't be. It is not even a coincidence. It's a divine providence. It's a mysterious way of something that comes to you without you asking for it. Nothing comes to you without asking for it. Whether be it good or bad, you have ordered it. The law of nature only serves you. It's like you go to a restaurant and there are 20 waiters in a restaurant. You place an order with one fellow, another fellow prepares it, another fellow delivers it. Why is all the chain reaction happening? Because I have ordered it. No. Can I have a take anything at the I have ordered place with that fellow. Why are you delivering? I have placed order with this fellow. Why is that fellow preparing? No questions asked. Their system, things will set into motion the moment you have placed order. How it happens, it happens. And what you get depends on what I deserve. But the nature will set its course in just giving you what you deserve. So the moment you as a sadhak, so what we are trying to tell is you have the guru also in your fingertips. The guru is dancing to your tunes. You are the power. Literally so. It happens in other ways also. In the Gamma, what the guru has to listen to what others say. No means no. Yes means Guruji says, okay, yes, what to do? Guruji has no choice. What, Gamma? Have I got any choice? I don't have any choice.
No choice, Guruji.
See, I told you, no choice. She has left me with no choice what to do. Yeah. Philosophically also it's true, ma. It's so true that you just be as pure, as genuine, as sincere as you can be, and Providence will make it happen. And if for any reason it's not happening, there is a malice or an impurity or a selfishness within you, just come to terms with that. The moment you come to terms with that, you will not complain. The moment you are pure, repeat, the moment you are pure, the moment you are genuine, the moment you are sincere in anything, I'm not talking of spirituality. I'm not getting business opportunities. You're not getting all the affection and love, or you're not growing, or you're having issues in life. It's not because of the world, it's because of yourself. So in fact, if you look at that way, it all begins and ends with you, that's all. You will have to forget the world. Disregard the world, leave it. Now, he's not saying all that, but he's just, it's all implied, what is being said. He just says to one who's approached him with his mind completely calm and his senses under control, an enlightened soul should impart the knowledge of Brahman. By which one realizes the true imperishable being. Brahma Vidya. Impart the knowledge of Brahman in essence, Tattvat. Tattva or Tattvataha means essence. Okay. So this concludes the section 1, part 2, predominantly was Karmakanda. And as you had seen, the Guru takes the student along with him. He gives him what he wants. He highlights the limitations of the ritualistic practices. And then he leads him to something beyond. And now he is going to offer him the Jnanakanda, which is the real knowledge. Hmm.